I've also been able to work on different things and stuff like that, finance wise and everything like that. I accidentally had it on mute. But I've been enjoying the time that I've been streaming and being able to do this kind of thing and just hang out and talk and see you guys, even if there isn't very many people on right now. But it's been fun. It always is fun for me. I know last week I didn't stream at all. I ended up just getting an immune system overload because of some things going on at work and whatnot, to where it didn't happen, and I had to take some time off and rest and let my body rest to where I could actually feel better. I just hope you guys are enjoying the stream. This is the current project that I am working on, at least half of page 2 of it. I've been working on this one for about a month now, and it's been fun to work on. It's been interesting because it's a lot closer to classical works or something similar to classical works and things like that. And that has made it a heck of a lot more fun to work on too. I've got a flute, I've got an organ, I've got a viola, and I've got a viola section. So that makes it a little more interesting to be able to, I don't say change, but to be able to compose, because there's always something different to add and something to change around the more you put in and the more sounds you have to deal with. But I just thought I'd do a quick little stream tonight with this. This is one of the pieces that I made on Hero Forge. I just did it all digitally through their program, to where you can actually take it and you can add a sword, you can color it, you can color the hair. They have all sorts of different like outfit presets and things like that. And then I also made one to where she is not a Chandrian, but she is an elf or a fae, and it was kind of inspired by Chandrian showing up with the blue flame and her being a noble, to where she doesn't understand what's going on. And then this is what I did lately for my new profile picture on Discord. It's something similar to an elf, but I wanted to make it closer to what I look like and what I like to do with the herbal medicine and helping people out, and also where I love to read books and do those type of things. I've also got a bow where I'm interested in archery as well. Hello there. Glad to see somebody's decided to stop by. I'm just showing off something that I've been working on with Hero Forge at the moment. Came in at a good time. I'm just got a couple of scenes that I've been showing off. Just like I did with this one. That's one of my current ones that I've worked on. It's called Diamonds in the Rough, and yes, that is actual written staff music, as they call it. I picked it up when I started learning harp a couple of years ago. back when I was a teenager, and it's actually quite fun because you can see here that's the viola itself, and this is a viola section right here, to where it makes it more interesting to get the sound dynamic right. But I've had the whole day off to myself pretty much. Me and my brother went to Panda Express for dinner, so that's what I had, and it was wonderful. I've also had the chance to work on this one, which I've showed before. It's inspired by the Chandrian and Name of the Wind, to where it's got the blue flame and she's wondering what in the world's going on, but she doesn't know what to think. She's a noblewoman, to where it looks rather interesting. And then this is the current cover of what I'm working on. I did a lot of this out of like design decision with the hexagon and the desert and having it look like there's diamonds in the soil itself, but you can't quite reach them. And that's the next project, is Wrapped in the Stars. I've also got some goals up on my about page on here, to where I need certain amounts of money in order to up how I compose my music and how it gets mastered when it gets done, to turn into a WAV file, to where when I start publishing it and distributing it through TuneScore, the better and the higher quality, the more likely people are going to come back. But I did find out there is going to be a change on one of those for the perpetual license. I won't have to worry about the perpetual license. It's only $300 for a yearly subscription to Pro Tools, so it won't be $700. That was misinformation on Amazon.com. So it's actually cheaper than what it initially would be. And then from what I know of, that's about the only change, because it's about $600 or $700 for the finale print music, or the finale program that I'm looking at getting for more expansive and more things in it, to where I can use more instruments, I can use more, I'm going to say different things, but there's much more options in there as far as being able to do tones, switching out different time signatures, things like that, changing time signatures midway through. And then with Pro Tools, it'll give me the option to have a repeat, to change up and down tracks. Once I get the music finished, I can just take it all the way through to a WAV file on it, and that will make it so much easier. But along with those, I also need more room on my computer. So that means almost a terabyte of storage is what I'm going to need, and that's looking like it's going to be 134. I'm still looking around, though, to see if I can find a good, reputable place that will offer what I need. Amazon hasn't been the best place to go as far as that, as far as prices and things like that. I tried getting a battery on Amazon and ended up getting one that was just dead, and it did not work at all, and it was not fun to deal with. I waited 2 weeks to see if it would charge and if it would work, and it did not. Unfortunately, it didn't do what it was supposed to, so I sent it back, got my refund, and I've been kind of looking at other places, other stores, so I can actually find a battery that I can install that works, and I don't have to worry about returning and maybe having an extra battery just in case something happens. But this is another one that I made recently. It's an elemental, but instead of having like the elemental hair that they give it. This is kind of what I made it look like with the sword, to where she's someone you just really don't want to mess with. She's a bit more, I would call her a paladin or a warrior, almost a mercenary class type of hero. I call her the elemental of Rimworld, after Kate Madison and all her adventures in Rimworld. All the time she's played and she's let the audience join in. I've had so much fun on her streams. Lately, she's been streaming later on at night, and she's been doing a lot of RP streams. You can usually catch her sometimes about 10 or 11 o'clock on the Eastern Standard Time. And it's usually a lot of RP. She does Ash Randall with PRC Community. And she's highly involved in that. And she gets a lot of fun out of it. And I don't always get the chance to catch her on. Sometimes I do. I'm just chatting away right now. I'm also using my phone at the moment to do my stream manager. Right now, I've only got like one viewer at the moment. But that's all right, as many of you want to come out. I'm also going to be posting this on YouTube to where you guys can watch it afterwards, even if I didn't get a whole lot of chat or a whole lot of people talking at the moment, because I know it's 7 o'clock just about Eastern time. So it'll make for interesting stream, interesting way of doing it tonight. I just wanted to take some time out and talk and see you guys and kind of give you guys some more updates on what's going on. I've also got 4 album credits and 4 regular credits for just singles that I'm going to be using one of those for my Diamonds in the Rough. That way I can just go ahead and get it done and get it out to you guys. It'll probably take about 2 weeks before you actually start seeing it in iTunes and Spotify and everything like that. I'm probably going to add a promo card on here to where you guys can actually see my Spotify promo card. I'll also have, I'm hoping to do another photo shoot soon with some more of my costumes and some things like that, just to see like what it'll look like and maybe do some nature stuff after the weather breaks. I mean, I'm really looking forward to this year. It hasn't been easy, but I'm trying to take every opportunity I have to reach out and stretch out. I want to hit at least 50 followers, possibly go higher than that. I want this almost to become a full-time gig, just like writing and music is to me. This is something that I absolutely love doing. I love sitting down and talking and being able to talk to everybody on here, whether you're through my YouTube or Twitch or watching the VOD. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because there will be regular updates as soon as I can get them. I'm almost always updating my Twitter, which I have connected on here. But there should be a lot more coming. It's just been a slow beginning of the year. Now, once I go in for surgery, I'll probably be streaming, but I may not be doing music as much because I will lose the use of my right arm for a little while, because I have to have full arthroscopy on my right shoulder. I've got loose bone fragments and a tendon that is sitting in my underarm right now. And all that has to be fixed and taken care of. And I have to wear a sling with it for about 2 weeks. So that's going to impact, at least as far as the music and writing goes, for a while. It'll be at least 2, possibly 3 weeks before I can do anything and actually start writing. After I go through physical therapy, I'll be all right. I should be able to get through and change all that and be able to get in and start writing and doing a lot more interaction, things of that sort. But overall, it's kind of been a good day. It's kind of been a quiet day as well. Aside from my shoulder, which normally, it hurts whenever there's storms coming through. So that's just part of life for me right now until after I get the surgery. And my little mousy Baron, he is sleeping away. He had his little treat today. And so I've got to work on getting him used to the light. He doesn't like all this bright lights that I've got on because I'm streaming after dark right now. So I've got overheads and everything on, and that makes a big difference for my little mouse. He does not like a lot of light. He likes very little light. He likes to burrow and have fun. I'm thinking about getting him a maze soon so he can play around with that because he's a lovely little guy. Alright, I'm just making sure because I haven't seen anything from my stream elements. So I may have to make sure those are still working because I haven't seen any of them pop up in my chat at the moment. So I'm going to have to see what's going on with those. And that way they can get fixed. I seem to have a few problems here and there with some of these, but I'm going to check them out after the stream just to make sure. But it works. Even if it's nothing else. Just sitting here and chatting. But it's always fun. It's always neat to do these things. And there should be a VOD that stays up on Twitch for at least 2 weeks or until I take it down, I think, is how I have it set up. I've also been just trying to relax and let my body relax with everything that's gone on because I know I pushed myself between work and doing this gig for a while, and granted it hasn't always been fun for my body. At least it's been fun for me. I just hope we get a few more people on here. I just hope you all are enjoying the stream, even if I am just background noise. I know the feeling. I've got some streamers that I like to watch that I just use as background noise just so I can have something playing or something going and things like that, to where I can actually go ahead and turn them on and just go and just have fun. And it makes it easier to relax and just write and have a lot of fun with it, even if I'm not always there or I'm just lurking in the background. It's always fun, and sometimes you get funny moments out of the whole thing. I've also been working on, like what I've showed. My last one this is the last one that I ended up working on for Hero Forge. I still need some more space on my computer before I can even work on anything like that. And it really helps when you've got a lot of space and you've got the proper batteries. So we'll see what'll happen in the next couple of weeks. You never know, things may change, things may happen. I'm still watching the sponsorships and partnerships over on Stream Elements to see what they have available, to see what I can do as far as getting some extra money that way. But I'm also wanting to get to at least affiliate, if not partner, with Twitch. And that's one of my goals, even if it's not written on there as far as goals go. But I usually try and do a little bit of everything. I'm a bit of a Renaissance woman, so it makes a big difference when you're always doing something and you're not staying bored, you're not just changing things around. But my mouse, he's doing really good. Yesterday he did try the spinach I brought home for him, and he got to eat some of that, and he likes it. He enjoys it. Can't eat much of it, but he likes it. But like I said, these are the two that I'm working on right now, and this one's going to be afterwards because it's going to be somewhat similar but somewhat different than Diamonds in the Rough, which is this one. And no, I'm not going to release any audio of the composition. I usually wait until after it's published before I do anything like that, to where it will, it's not that it'll show up, but I don't need anything like that released right now. Usually just the covers works just enough to get everybody's attention. And I'll be posting this afterwards on YouTube for anybody who wants to watch the VOD. I've been making sure to keep that channel updated. It is my official artist channel, so across the board you've got SJ Author, SJ Rose 10 on Twitter, and then you've also got I've also got on YouTube SJ Howland, so I've got that going. And if you just look up the channel, it's pretty simple to find. I try and keep my name similar all the way across the board, so I'm easy to find and easy to follow, even though things are, I don't say they're different, but there's a slight variation in my social media. But I've also got, and thank you for jumping in and actually talking. I'm going to show you a cover of one of my releases that I'm going to be putting out soon. It's called Diamonds in the Rough. I will be probably releasing it in a couple of weeks. I'm getting most of the way through the composing process on this particular single, and it's pretty interesting. This is actually what it looks like when it's written out on the program that I have. I was able to take a screenshot of it for the staff music that I'm writing out, and it's not a long way coming. I've got about 3 pages done, about 2.5 really. I am actually on Spotify, iTunes. You can find me just about anywhere. I've actually got distributed through TuneScore is how I'm distributed, so kind of across the board. I'm even on YouTube for their music. And no, it is not just a hobby. It is not just a hobby. The pandemic kind of changed a lot of things for me. I kind of turned just my simple composing music on the side into actually putting it out there. If you look up through the Untamed World and A Royal View and Moonlight Dance, those are what I currently have out. I just market myself right now on freelance, so it's through like Music Gateway, it's through it's Music Gateway, Twitter. I'm also on a couple of Discords. I have different I don't want to say different ones, but I have I'm trying to think how to explain it, but I have different platforms right now. Discord is where I have some of mine. I also have YouTube. Why do you need to know? But I've also been looking at expanding out. I've submitted some tracks for like TV and film, and I'm hoping to get it farther along on that end. Where I've got a subscription with Music Gateway. I've submitted 4 of my tracks that I uploaded. No, it's not. It's not my main profession at the moment. Right now, I work full time at a pizza place. So, this is kind of a side thing right now. It's not full. I wish it was full time to where I could spend more time on it, more time crafting the music and composing it and making it different. Yeah, but there's some things I consider off limits right now as a streamer. But yes, I do wish it was my main profession right now. I have a lot of fun when I make up the covers that I just showed you, like Diamonds in the Rough and Wrapped in the Stars, which is my next single that I'll be working on to compose. I make those up myself, and I have a lot of fun in doing them, just like I do with Hero Forge, which I do just for the fun of it. Sometimes I use it for inspiration or different things like that. I've also got a nice long list of albums that I want to be working on. The albums themselves are inspired by different things. I've got like one more sheet that I've got to find that I had put away. But it's really about still keeping that passion alive. And it's no matter what area I'm in, I'm always trying to create something, whether it be like what I have on my stream elements. When I'm not writing books, I'm knitting. I want to learn about herbal medicine, things like that. It makes a very big difference. To me, I always like to be doing something. I always like to have something going and creating. It's something that I can't shake. I've been that way for a long time. So how did you find my channel, whatever, 29? No, I have some that would be a mod. I already have someone who acts as a mod, and he's already taken a look at it, and I've known him longer. That's because I don't really want to use a whole lot of emojis. I'd rather just straight talk and act like I'm having a normal conversation with somebody. And I also don't use any cuss words. I keep it family friendly, and I keep it to where anybody can join in. And that's the way this stream is, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Thank you, Notbot. No, I won't let him post certain links. There are certain links that I'm not going to allow in my chat. Where I don't know who you are and I haven't had a chance to get to know you. I still am keeping certain rules. All right, just tell me the name of the website. Don't worry about giving me the link. I can always look it up. Yes, but you can write down you don't have to write down the link. You can tell me the name. Okay. I'll have to look it up a little bit later after I get done to see. And check it out. I've never heard of it. Yeah, it's the weather and my internet. And it's not the only thing I have it set at 480p at the moment. And I'm still dropping frames at the moment. So I know I've pretty much been lagging on and off. Right now I'm steady at like 53% of drop frames, so I know I'm probably going to be a little bit laggy. Hey all, whoever just came in, come in and say hi. Introduce yourselves. Let me know who you are. I love meeting new people. I'm just sitting here talking about some of my current projects as a composer through TunesCore on what I've got going on. I'll put up my current project right now, which this is what it looks like. Okay. And that's only the top of the second page right there. But whoever just came in, hello all. If you guys want to just introduce yourselves and talk and see what's going on. I mostly write music and I compose music. I also write novels, historical fiction, and historical fantasy. I hope you guys had fun coming on over here. This is the current project for the cover for the single that I'm working on. I just wanted to have a chill night on my day off from work. Yeah, I try and keep it that way for a reason. Because I don't want a whole lot of spam or anything like that on here. I'm trying to keep it spam free. I'm also trying to keep bots out as well. Even though I'm a new streamer, I've met plenty that have had problems in the past from things like that, and I'm just trying to make sure that it doesn't happen to me whenever I'm streaming. Some of them I just don't want any long messages with. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it family friendly. I'm trying to keep it open to everybody who comes in. That's why there's certain restrictions. But they are calling for it to rain tonight. So we'll see if it rains tonight into tomorrow or not. And this is the one that I did for my Discord. Well, for Discord itself. And I styled it kind of a little differently than most. I've changed them around quite a few times, but I had a lot of fun making this one. I've also done an elemental that looks like this, and I use different color schemes for each one, and I have a whole lot of fun doing it. It's just something to help me relax and chill, just like my knitting does. I've also been working on this one, which is kind of inspired by Patrick Rothfuss, which I actually have him. I follow him on my Twitch. And he wrote The Name of the Wind, and that's kind of what this character is inspired by. And I had a lot of interesting thoughts when I was making this one up in particular because of the blue flame. It reminded me of the Chandrian appearing, and that made it a little more interesting. But I've just been having like a nice quiet day off, not really having to do a whole lot, but I've still been working on 2.5 pages worth of music. I'm still composing all this stuff. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, go ahead on chat. I want to get alert command done for Nightbot. I just haven't set it up yet, so you guys can lurk and unlurk if you want to, and just use me as background noise. That's fine. I'm used to it. I know what it's like when you're trying to do other things and you just need something in the background. I hope you all are enjoying the stream, even if you can't watch and you're just listening. I always like coming on and just letting the stream roll and having some fun and talking about different things that I've been doing. Like I said, I got 4 single credits and 4 album credits that I can use to make up music. I'm looking into getting that yearly subscription for my Pro Tools and things of that sort. I've got a bunch of research to do between now and then and things like that. But it's going to be very, very interesting for the next couple of weeks, with it being the very beginning of the year for us. Even though it's February already, it feels like it should be March or April with the way the weather's been in my area. I hope you guys are enjoying your evening or your day or whatever it is where you're at. Like I said, I always try and keep it very family friendly and enough to where people can come in. I invite book recommendations if there's certain books, especially among the fantasy and kind of sci-fi genre. I tend to lean towards those a little bit more and have, I don't want to say a leaning, but I tend to gravitate towards them more than I do anything else, especially audiobooks. That's what I've been listening to. My most recent reads on is Audible, and it's it's provided a lot of good entertainment, especially right before I go to bed. I enjoy listening to different books. Right now, I'm reading the Book of the Fallen, book 1 from Malazan. I will be reading the next 2 books here recently, or here soon, after I finish the reread or re-listen of this one. I've got Dead House Gates and Memories of Ice coming up next for my reads, and I have quite a few of the Discord that I'm on and Captured in Words. They talk all sorts about books and that kind of thing, and that's one of my favorite things to do, has always been to read and to soak up and to learn. And even if I'm not reading regular books, I'm reading fantasy, I always have a lot of fun with it. It's been interesting going through it a second time. I think I may have to look up some of the lore itself just on the Malazan book so I can get a better understanding of what's going on. It's not as easy as it was like with Brandon Sanderson and his Stormlight Archive. His Stormlight Archive was quicker to catch on to and to understand. This one, there's bits and pieces here and there that I don't always understand, and I'm still getting a grasp on it. So I'll probably end up looking up the lore and finding out about that and seeing what's going on with the lore itself, to where you can actually see it and understand it. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun just listening to them at night. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you all for coming out. I will be streaming most likely next Wednesday, as long as things go the way they're supposed to. I will be able to stream, and I look forward to having more follows and seeing who else comes out. You are welcome to talk and chat. It's just a very family friendly. I keep it open to all ages, so please don't worry about the cussing or anything like that. I try and keep the restrictions high so that way everybody can join in. This is just a casual, relaxed stream, but I also want to keep it very family friendly as well. And thank you all for coming out. I'll see you all later.